same old bend of seeing old friends. I've been in planes and cars and airport bars with folks that I don't know. No matter how many cocktails I throw back, just wanna go home, yeah. And I can see her lounging through the mountainside, like I have seen so many times before. These two eyes could never tire of what they see, oh, when they rest upon the view of old Tahoe. We like to embarrass people on this shit. He's all, yeah. And all them lonely drives of 395 on a straightaway two-lane road, and a miles going by, and the cars and the timing like the sun I'm sinking low. But I've got this picture in my head, I guess I've seen her 1,000 times, like a beautiful face you just don't forget, even though the years go by. And I can see her lounging through the mountainside, like I have seen so many times before. And these two eyes could never tire of what they see, oh, when they rest upon the view of old Tahoe. What are we looking at, ladies? Anything special? Believe me, there's always people sleeping on this boat. It's true. Now, my mom and dad first came to Lake Tahoe in 1977. They left me and my brother back at the rental, and they went down to the Sugar Pine Point State Park, and my mom looked at my dad and she said, "Stanley, wouldn't it be wonderful if we lived in Lake Tahoe?" And my dad said, "Yeah, Julie, yeah, that would be nice. I thought you'd never ask. So why don't we?" And my mom looked at my dad and then she said, "We can't live in Lake Tahoe, Stanley. Nobody lives in Lake Tahoe. Nobody makes any money in Lake Tahoe, therefore we're going to die. Lake Tahoe. Simple math." My dad looked at my mom as he always does and he said, "Julie, you have this special knack for answering your own questions. You asked me a question and you answered it yourself, and that's just how it always is with you, Julie." But my dad would normally have walked away from such an event because he knows it's futile to argue with my mom, for she does wear the pants in the household. But on this day, my dad could feel the carpe diem in his hands. The moment to strike was now. The door crinked open ever so slightly. Time to push that door open forever. So my dad looked at my mom in that Clint Eastwood sort of style, and he said these words. He said, "It just works, Julie. It just does. We're moving to Lake Tahoe. That's the way it is." My mom chuckled because she looked at my dad and said, "You know, you do a great Clint Eastwood impression, Stanley. But in the end, it's my decision, and I'll make the determination as to whether we're moving to Lake Tahoe." So she sat there quietly and contemplated, and then said only one word. Okay. So they packed it up. 3 months later, we were living in Lake Tahoe. The house was up for sale. And we were scared to death because nobody had any idea what we were doing. That's how people do it here, you know, folks. Whenever they move to Lake Tahoe, they go, "Yeah, just tell the guy that rents my house I'm not coming back, okay? And just leave my stuff there. Just sell it. Anything. I don't care. I'm leaving. I'm staying in Lake Tahoe." That's what they do. They just stay. And then 5 years later, they realize they're broke. My mom worked as an ice cream scooper. My dad plowed driveways in the summertime. Tricky work. But I think about that day a lot, for here I am telling stories to you fine people, singing songs about Lake Tahoe. I mean, this is my office, folks. My God, how lucky am I? How important was that day in my life? So my dad comes up to me and he says, "Boy, you owe me a whole lot." Cut the Clint Eastwood thing, Dad. What's that all about? Jeez Louise. I said, "What do I owe you?" He says, 2 words, son. Cold beer. Cold beer it is, Dad. So I sent him 2 cases of Pabst Blue Ribbon. I figure we're even. We're not. That's for sure. I'll buy him beers for the rest of his life. I got no problem with that deal. I love you, Dad. And I can see